A woman in Hoover near Birmingham has vanished after spotting a toddler alone near the side of the interstate.
Police say 25-year-old Carletha Russell was on the phone with her family when they heard her scream and then nothing else, even though her phone stayed on the line. Her car was found near the spot where she reported the toddler.
That's where we find Patsy Douglas from our NBC affiliate in Birmingham.
This is where Carly was last seen, here on I-459 near John Hawkins Parkway in Hoover. On Thursday evening, police say Carly called 911 saying a toddler was walking down the side of the interstate. After calling police, she stopped to get the child and called a family member. When police arrived, they found her car and belongings nearby, but no sign of her or the child. Family members now on the search for Carly, her parents desperate for her return.
To keep applying the pressure to keep this thing going. We really want this to blow up. We want the word of the day to be Carly. We just want to have her back home safe.
Now, law enforcement, local organizations, and Anaya Blanchard's mom, Angela Harris, also helping out with this search.
As soon as I woke up this morning and saw the Facebook post, I immediately reached out to the family and to friends. How can I help? And knowing that the situation is very serious and knowing what this family's going through, I just came immediately.
Now, her parents tell WVTM that she was last seen wearing all black and white Nike shoes. They are also putting this flyer up in Hoover and surrounding areas. In Hoover, Patsy Douglas, WVTM 13.
Carly is described as
with why she's being held, Donnelly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Donnelly Keith, Fox 26 News.
On Fox, the last 2 months.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Haru Well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawada from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina. Coming back with another video on sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And, Bleacher Report. All right, the B-Dub is out here taking more L's, man. The first video I showed was about a Judite woman, all right, a woman of the southern kingdom of the tribe of Judah, all right, known in America as a black woman, was pretty much, she went missing after she was driving on the highway in the middle of the night. And she saw a toddler, and she called the police, and I guess tried to go retrieve the toddler. Got on the phone with a family member, and then her ass still came up missing. They said they heard a scream, and then they ain't hear nothing else. And I think yesterday they said they found her missing, or not missing. They found her at a house somewhere or something. So she might have got dropped off. So she didn't get put to death, or hopefully not tortured and shit. But nonetheless, it ain't to get on that woman in particular. Hey, the scriptures say, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it. So the Lord, as we always have to bring out, the Lord is in control of all of this. The Lord sanctions these things to go down. And, it's good that she's safe. Let that be a lesson learned. Best believe she was humbled by the experience nonetheless. But using discernment, using wisdom, okay? Hey, Jake, in general, the men and the women, we got to wise up, You got to move, wisely when you in this world, man, because there's people out here that want to take your damn head off, man. All right, especially for these women, human trafficking and all that shit. All right, there's been a lot of B-dubs going missing. There was one over in my state that went missing. I think they later found her dead. So stuff like that. Not being aware of your surroundings, not using discernment. I mean, of course, you see a toddler, so of course that plays on your emotions. You were like, what is the toddler doing in the middle of the night? Now if the spirit was on a brother to go and check that situation out, then maybe. But I wouldn't just advise going up to you see a toddler in the middle of the road. First thing you think is to save it. Well, it ain't my damn toddler. My children, I know what my children at. So to an extent it might sound rough, but I wouldn't really care personally. Who knows? You don't know the situation. And obviously when she, went to go retrieve that toddler, it was a damn setup, man. All right, so, that was pretty much that. But the main thing I wanted to get was this video right here, all right, about this chick thinking she could go overseas and especially to a country like the United Arab Emirates, who still have pretty traditional laws, man. They have different laws than they do in America, okay? And that's why I was scrolling through some of these comments, and she got into a wreck and thought she could go, and like they do here, you can go and raise your voice and yell and hoot and holler, be all loud and clamorous, as the scriptures say, and nothing was gonna happen to you. Well, little did she know, all right, which I guess they were told, when you go over there, all right, these women ain't thinking about that shit. People in general not thinking about it. How to walk in wisdom, man. How to use wisdom. You go into another country and they're on some more traditional shit. Now they do got doo-doo Dubai over there, but that's a small faction for the most part. In public, you got to move a certain way, especially if you're a woman. All right, and they can try to say that that's oppression, but you can't tell that country how to govern themselves, man. All right, so she didn't had her passport revoked, so she can't. They might have let her out of jail, but she can't even get her ass back over here. She over there stuck. All right, see, and that's another thing, being in that spirit of mirth. All right, our people, they want to jet set and fly all over the world, getting flued out and shit. When we're in the time of repenting, we're in the time where, like it says in Ezekiel, a sword is sharpened is also furbished. Sharpened to make a sword slaughter. Should we then make mirth? Should we be out here trying to plan trips, traveling the world and shit? No, we should be getting right with our power, getting ready to get the fuck up out of here. All right, but you can't, especially the damn BW, you can't tell her ass nothing. All right, they out here, obviously she had the means to even get over there in Dubai, but she want to sit there and arguing with the damn, I guess, the clerk, and got her ass wound up in jail, man. Not using wisdom. Not using wisdom, man. And I like this comment right here. I want to get this. It says, imagine thinking you could travel the world and get away with behavior that is tolerated in the U.S. Right. Hey, she was drunk. She drunk off that damn Babylon juice, man. There are certain countries out here that are not going for that shit. Just like when Brittany Griner ass was over there in Russia, stuck for over a year. You know, all over some marijuana. Why would you even take that shit over there? You know, or there was a couple more basketball players. Like this dude, LiAngelo Ball, one of the Ball brothers, was over there in China and got caught stealing. Here it is, this nigga got money. You know, his people got money and shit. And he over there trying to be cool stealing. And them damn Moabites, they do not tolerate that shit. They had his ass in jail. It took for Donald Trump to get his ass out of jail, man. You know? Y'all, hey, Jake ain't moving in wisdom. They think they can do the same shit they can do here in America. They can do it everywhere. This is a sanctuary for wickedness. All right, they allow all that shit here. But in these other lands, all right, not so much. All right, especially lands that are not so-called westernized. You know, but it says, how long was she in Dubai? Did she not even notice that it's a vastly different culture? Did she even bother to familiarize herself with the laws and culture of the foreign country before she went there? The level of narcissism and entitlement is astounding. And that's completely on point. All right, it ain't even, and I saw another comment, it wasn't even, that law isn't even just toward women. You know, that law is toward everybody. You ain't supposed to be out here raising your, you know, pretty much yelling, you know, especially if you're a visitor, if you're a foreigner. All right, they wanted a reason to lock her ass up, man. You know, that was some entitlement. And that's what Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has given, especially these so-called black women. You know, they gave them that liberty and that freedom to go and, you know, especially they think they could talk to everybody like they talk to us, raising their voice, hooting and hollering, and the scriptures speak against that, man. We'll get into that. Let's see. This is Proverbs chapter 9. Let's see. I'll start at verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Okay? We got to learn to fear the Lord. That's why we'll be in situations where even we could be in the wrong, you know, or be ignorant to a matter, and the Lord will work on the minds of whoever we're dealing with, and, you know, they'll cut us some slack just because we're walking in wisdom. Okay? We've had dealings with these modern day Roman centurions, you know, the police. We might be in a spot that's technically private land or something like that. And instead of saying, oh, fuck you, man. Nah, we'll say, you know, we take the low. Yahushua told us, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay? And if our people applied that wisdom, they wouldn't get fucked up in the ways that they get fucked up. When you get in traffic stops and whatnot, you know, comply. They have the power to kill, man. The scriptures say a soft answer turneth away wrath. All right, yeah, see, our people they don't want to apply what the scriptures say, man. This wisdom is for the saving of your life, man. You know, the scriptures also speak about many there be that have pretty much perished by the sword. I mean, by the sword, but it's not as many that has perished by the tongue, roughly paraphrasing. All right, your tongue, your mouth, man. And who got that big ass mouth? Who like to flap them damn gums anytime they're inconvenienced? A so-called black woman. All right, and that's not targeting women. That's just being straight up. You see it in your everyday life. You see these women, you know, they just yelling, talking shit, screaming and shit. The Lord not with that. Verse 11, for by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. Verse 12, if thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. See? You know, you scorning wisdom. All right, you gonna bear that shit by yourself. That woman over there in Dubai stuck. Her damn passport has been confiscated. You can't even get back over to your damn homeland, man. She said she was coming from Houston, and a brother sent in the chat, man, it's been a huge influx of I don't know if it was syphilis or one of these damn STIs in Houston. So they probably going over there, you know, flying over there. They said, because they said it's become a popular attraction to go to Dubai for these women in Houston. So they probably going over there getting pissed and shat on, you know, over there in Dubai, bringing that shit back over here and fucking on, you know, these other men and shit. So that shit's over here spreading. But hey, you know, she got to bear that. It says, verse 13, and here's the point. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous, you know, loud, boisterous, you know, rambunctious. Can't tell her nothing. Argumentative. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Okay, this woman, as well as the first woman, you know, I ain't getting on the first one too much, but she still lacked that wisdom, man. You know, I wouldn't even stop that. I would chill in my car. If anything, chill in your car, doors locked, you know, with your eyes on the child. And if something happened, because the child already out there, you got yourself, you know, put yourself in harm's way, you know, for saving that child. Now, you know, hey, it ain't nothing wrong with doing a good deed or whatever, but you got to have some discernment, man. You got to have some discernment. It says, verse 14, for she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right in their ways. Who is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him. You know, and pretty much that was the point I wanted to get. You know, these women, they out here catching L's, man. They simple. And the Lord said to rise up you women that are at ease. You know, different things like this gonna keep happening. Gonna keep happening. Hey, because best believe, man, the so-called black woman separates herself from the so-called black man. Okay? They try to say they're oppressed, but no, they know good and damn well they got liberties that we don't even have. You know, they daddy Esau done set them up, you know, giving them food, water, and clothing. So they in their mind, they don't need a man, and they see themselves as better than, you know, the so-called black man. And can't nobody tell their ass shit. But they starting to catch L's, man. And these were just two examples. I know Apostle the Heart did a video on it not too long ago about all these, you know, hey, the Lord got it out for Eve. Eve catching hell right now, man. You know, so that's pretty much all I had. I wanted to bring those two video clips out. Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash. Once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.